Ellie, I want you to be 100 with me. Is it exhausting being as amazing as you are for as long as you have been?
It is. That's the eye bags and the haggard face. Yeah, it's been so long, just keeps on happening. No, just kidding. That's very sweet of you to say, though.
Well, it makes my heart so happy to see you again. We're going to be chatting all about Save My Love coming up. We're going to get to know Ellie Goulding a little better with Finky's favorites, ask you a question that you have possibly never been asked before. The amazing Ellie Goulding, welcome back to America's Dance 30.
Thank you so much. It's been a while.
I think it's been almost 3 years. How have you been?
I'm like genuinely nervous because I haven't done an interview. Like when you asked for an interview, I was like, absolutely. But I literally have not done any interviews. So I'm like constructing sentences is like quite hard at the moment because I've just been such a recluse recording my album that this is I don't know, nerve-wracking for some reason.
Well, I'm glad you're nervous as well because I'm always nervous chatting with you because you are so amazing. Congratulations on the incredible success of Save My Love with Marshmello Avaion and it going #1.
I know, that made me so happy because, like all songs that I get involved with and write and like, and I hope for the best usually, and it's never like a guaranteed thing that the song is gonna, I don't know, be some kind of commercial thing. And I just do things I love and regardless of where it's gonna end up. And so I'm really happy that this little thing did what it did because I've known Marshmello for a long, long time. And when we started writing this song, I wrote it with some friends. We had mutual friends, writers in common, and we wrote it in London. And it's just a great song. It's just a beautiful love song, and we need more of those at the moment, So I'm really happy that people enjoyed it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait to talk about how it was born. But you have one of the most incredible voices on the planet, and you sound amazing on every song you do. But the stripped down version of Save My Love that you posted, my God, that was amazing.
Oh, thank you. That's another thing I posted with my hair girl was like, girl, my hair looked bad and I was wearing my pajamas as usual in the studio. And I just was I had a moment and was I want to show this song for what it really is. And like I said, when you can break a song down to just a piano, my friend Max Cook did the piano arrangement for me. And it still sounded pretty, and it's it has meaning behind it, and so yeah, it's always a good song when you can break a dance tune down to that and it still sounds good.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds more than good, and we're going to be talking about it coming up. But first, let's get to know Ellie Goulding a little better again with Finky's favorites.
Okay, I'm scared.
There's nothing to be scared about. Not that you're going to remember this, but I think I told you last time we chatted how amazing Anything Could Happen is for me. I actually, when I did a half marathon, I scheduled it almost every hour or so I would hear it during the run and it would help me get through it.
You look like you've done some marathons, to be honest.
Only one.
Curving, but you look like a runner.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm sure you get told by fans a lot how much, your music means to them. But do you have a favorite fan moment that you've experienced?
Like fan moment?
Yeah, like meeting a fan or maybe at a show or something.
Oh my gosh, all the time. I'm such a nerd. There are so many musicians and singers. I remember meeting, this is probably unexpected for people, but when I was young, when I heard Pearl Jam for the first time in my life, it was for some people, maybe it was Nirvana or Soundgarden or one of those bands. But when I heard Pearl Jam, it spoke to me in some way. It had Eddie Vedder. And so so probably the first time I met him, which I don't think people would expect to be my fangirl moment, but like I like couldn't hold it together because he was between like him, like I had such an eclectic taste when I was young. So I went from like Pearl Jam to like Lauryn Hill to Bjork to Joni Mitchell, and I met Bjork, but I didn't. I was too nervous to actually go and say hi to her, so I didn't. So I mean, I don't know whether you're supposed to meet your idols or not, but like that was a moment where I was like, maybe it was not meant to be at that time. But so when I met Eddie, I thought that that's when I realized that I'd really come a long way from playing songs in my bedroom, and I was listening to I wore out my Pearl Jam CDs Beyond, and so to meet him at a festival and him be like, oh, I'm a fan, and like coming to watch me play and stuff, I was you can't like compute moments like that properly. I still haven't, I don't think.
And it's so weird when it's happening. It's like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I think I'm probably not much different to when you last spoke to me. When I go away, I'm literally just I'm in the studio writing music. I feel like I don't know, like I tend to just still keep myself in the mindset of when I first started out, and so everything's a blessing. So when I get an email saying, oh, this person wants to work with you or this person wants to do a song with you, I'm like, I still don't believe it. I still think it's really, I like think it's a mistake, truly.
I love that. I love hearing that you're so grounded. That is so amazing.
When Marshmello was like, do you want to do this song? I was like, me? I'm not bullshitting. It's true. Like and he would say that as well. I think everything that I get to do is a real blessing, and I'm lucky.
That's so awesome. Well, in prep for this chat, I went back and watched a ton of performances that you did of Anything Could Happen. And you always seem to be having so much fun when you're singing that song on stage. But what is your favorite song to sing while you're performing?
I think you kind of nailed it with that one. That song was kind of came around after a really tough breakup, like when I was maybe 22 or 23. And I didn't know anything then. I was still so young. And so breakups were just that bit more devastating. And so I wrote that song, and I realized there was a way of writing a breakup song that wasn't a sad song. And there was a way of making it into this kind of moment of, like, I don't know, a revelation of discovering something new or letting it make way for something better, or just this rediscovery. And so I realized that I could make this genre of music that, like you said, like on a run, or when you need those moments to pick you up and take you out of bad places. I realized I could make that kind of music. And I just thought that when you were sad, you just wallowed in sad music. Like when I used to like wallow in Bon Iver and like, I don't know, classical music. And so that one I love to perform because I really feel sort of like a moment of people coming together when I sing. That feels very like a very positive kind of atmosphere. And I don't know, I like to dance around. So I love performing Miracle, the song I have with Calvin Harris, because it just makes me go completely feral. And I think my fans like to see that. Stage is the one place that I'm like my most feral, unleashed psycho bitch. So I think they appreciate that.
I love that description. That's hilarious. Now,
but anywhere else, anything else, I am so shy and so awkward that like, honestly, when people see me on stage for the first time that have known me in my personal life, that have never seen me perform, like I like can't talk, because they're like, what the hell was that? It's just the place I want to be. That's my place on stage,
No, I totally get it, because I'm an ambivert too, which is, a really big introvert. But then when we have to, we turn it on. And I'm the exact same way. When I'm on the radio, I'm like hyped up. And then when I'm normal, I'm just sitting on the couch with my cat. Like, leave me alone. So
I feel like radio is good for that. You get to like do what you love, and you love me, you're passionate about music, and you get to like show your personality, like show your passion for that. And then you can just go away and like be home with your cat. That's
exactly.
like the
Now, you just started trending again on socials for a song that you did like 6 years ago, which is so crazy. Do you have a favorite Ellie Goulding era that you want fans to revisit?
Good question. I mean, my first era when I released Lights, my first album, there was this kind of recklessness that was really, it was kind of like an innocent kind of recklessness where you could release songs and not care what happened to them. And generally because I was a new artist, everyone found my music exciting and new. And so it was just such a nice kind of era of not care, not overthinking, not caring, not being anxious about releasing music. You could just kind of do what you wanted. And actually, if I feel like it's been full circle where you can now do that, because you can put a song that you could do a snippet of a song on TikTok, for example, and you might get a reaction, or it might just capture a moment in time, and like it feels like a similar kind of freedom, just in a completely different way. So I don't know. I love the fact that my songs are being like revisited, because it just makes you realize that some songs are just timeless, and it's kind of like a real reflection of that, in real time. Like things like TikTok can bring these amazing songs like a Bob Dylan song or a Fleetwood Mac song or a Kate Bush song back. And that's beautiful, and I love that they're just like sort of being reimagined and being put into this new world, but they're still being appreciated as just great songs. So I like that. I'm a fan of that.
Now, you mentioning that, is it weird as an artist for a song that you did so long ago to all of a sudden be everywhere again?
No, I mean, I love it when it happens to the songs that were like, I don't know, maybe underrated or not given. Sometimes I feel like this is a tale as old as time, where an artist releases a song that they are so in love with, and they're like, this is my song, and they release it, and it doesn't get the reaction that you expected, or people can't relate to it the same way that you thought they would, or have an affinity for it. And then suddenly, like, because it gets captured in this kind of moment, whether like a cultural moment, like in time, where suddenly the song makes sense again. And yeah, I mean, it's cool, because you kind of just never know what's gonna happen, and when a song is going to come back around. I think it can have positives and negatives, especially for new artists. But I don't know. I think it's fun to see a song like that come back, because I mean, I love working with Juice WRLD, and I always thought that song was good. So I'm glad it's like come back around.
Now, finally, in Finky's favorites, what is your favorite thing about yourself?
My favorite thing about myself?
Yep.
Like in general?
In general.
I mean, not to be like serious or anything, but I think my favorite thing about myself is I treat everybody with kindness, and everybody I work with, every musician, every writer, every producer, I treat them as equal, which everyone should. And these people, these writers work so hard, and these producers work so hard. Can I swear? I'm sorry, I didn't even ask if I could swear.
You could do whatever you'd like.
But they work so hard, and they are the most important people, behind these songs and behind these huge creations, all this creative stuff behind artists. And so, I think I really believe like the reason I'm still around is because I've just always treated people with kindness, and as I would want to be treated myself. And so I like that about myself. I've never changed. I've always been the same. And I think, my friends and the people I work with can vouch for that. And I'm glad that's stuck with me,
I love hearing that. And like I said,
is that kind of what you wanted?
No,
that's the first one in my head.
That was absolutely. And like I said, it makes my heart so happy to see you and chat with you again, because you've got such an amazing aura about you. So I totally understand, and I love that. Let's talk about this smash. How was Save My Love born with Marshmello and Avaion?
Avaion and, Riley and Connor and Jake Torrey. It was in London. We were just messing around. And you know what? I'm surprised it was born, because these boys, they make me laugh so much. And I had such a bad cold. I was really struggling. I think I had for some reason, I felt like I had like a COVID that went like on and on and on, and it would like come back and go away. And so I remember just being like brutally ill and coughing, and everyone in the studio being just sort of staying away from me. And it was funny, like Matt Bellamy from Muse was in the next room recording something, which I then got involved in. So I never thought I'd end up, I could say I have a song with Matt Bellamy from Muse, but now I can say that, I guess. And then anyway, we're in this room, and I think the track was already kind of there. And then we just, do you know what? I'm going to be honest, and I can't even remember how it started, but, you know, it's like the chorus is maybe just me messing around after a few drinks and just coming up with those, I'll say my love for you, those kind of things. And just, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just going to be honest. I'm like, I can't think of the exact moment the song was born, but it was with those guys, Marshmello. We were all in the room and having a few drinks, just having fun and not caring if something was bad, and like trialing and erroring and the best way to make a song. So
absolutely,
that's how it came about.
Yeah, that's usually how the best songs come about. Now, how long ago did you guys start working on it? Do you remember?
Okay, I do remember that. It was like, do I remember that?
Maybe I should have prepped you before this chat.
Okay, it was, I know, oh my God, I should know this stuff. I think it was end of last year, but I can't be sure. Oh my gosh, Marshmello is going to kill me.
Hold on, I got Marshmello in my ear.
I'm so sorry, I'm so unprepared. I hope this chat has been enjoyable despite me being
up until this point. No.
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just glad you like the song, regardless of how it was made.
Well, congratulations on it. It is such a smash. Congratulations on it going #1.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It makes me so happy. And, you know, I love making dance records. As you know, I've been making them for so long. I grew up listening to dance music, and it really is in my blood. And, but it's, I'm going to be having not a break, but like I'm always collaborating with producers and people in the dance world, but my album is not that. Maybe it's good that I have the two things going on. But interestingly, the person I'm working with for my first single also worked with me on Anything Could Happen. So maybe the era is coming back, the halcyon era. And I know my fans love that era and that album. So I think it's all meant to be.
That's awesome. I can't wait to hear it. Well, before I let you go, I asked ChatGPT to give me a question that Ellie Goulding has never been asked before. So I got to test this out, all right?
You would be bloody surprised, honestly. You'd be surprised.
Well, it's funny. When I put that in, it's like, well, she's been asked a lot of questions, so this is going to be tough.
It scares me so much. But yeah, go on. What's the question?
If today was your last performance ever, what song would be your last song to perform so people remember you?
Oh my God, that's depressing.
It's ChatGPT. It's not me.
That's my son.
You want to give him a choice?
He loves, okay, I do this for him. He loves Misma. He calls it Misma. It's I Need Your Love. He goes, Mummy, Misma. I'm like, what? Misma? Where did he get that from? I don't know. But he loves that song.
So that would be a perfect song.
Number one requested song from my son.
That would be the perfect song to be the last one.
Yes.
Absolutely. Ellie Goulding, it is always so awesome seeing you. Congratulations on everything. Thank you so much for your time with us on America's Dance 30.
Thank you for having me, and thank you so much for all your support as well over the years.